You know those guys who can just eat whatever they want and not gain a single pound? We all know a guy like that. Those genetically gifted mutant freaks of nature who make you feel like you're just cursed with a slow metabolism. Seems like no matter how hard you try or how healthy you eat, losing weight for you feels like you're banging your head against the freaking wall. Well, lucky for you, I'm going to share with you the 3 keys to increase your testosterone and metabolism, because that's how you get on the level of these seemingly immortal human beings whose bodies just don't seem to store fat, I guess. If you're new here, my name's Ben Richardson. I'm a personal trainer, a certified nutrition coach, and a chemical engineer. For years, I suffered from poor health from being overweight and experienced symptoms like low energy, junk food cravings, social anxiety, poor sleep, and low libido. And it wasn't until I went through a pretty nasty breakup in college that I started to get a grip on my life. So I'm here to share everything I've learned since then with the world through my channel. So go ahead and subscribe, because I do post videos similar to this one every single week. Okay, so before I dive in, you need all these keys. I'm giving you the set of keys to the Ferrari, the Bugatti, and the Lamborghini.
It's got triples of the Barracuda, triples of the Roadrunner, triples of a Nova.
I mean, sure, having one is cool and all, but having all 3 is obviously way cooler. So pay attention for like 10 minutes here. I'd even encourage you to write these down as you go, because when you use all 3 of these secrets at the same time, you are going to get the best and the fastest results. Let's get started. So the first key to increase your testosterone and metabolism is to fix any underlying micronutrient deficiencies that you statistically probably do have. So I'm going to share some statistics real quick, but I want you to keep in mind that these stats come from the nutrition standards of the United States, or the RDA if you will, which is already a flawed system of measuring daily nutrient intake. Meaning not only are people deficient in these micronutrients, they're deficient according to an already bad standard of measuring nutrient deficiency. So what we've got ourselves is a classic double whammy going on here. Here we go. 86% of people are deficient in vitamin E. 73% of people are deficient in calcium. 68% of people are deficient in magnesium, 55% in vitamin A, 48% in vitamin C, 42% are deficient in zinc and vitamin D, and 34% are deficient in iron. And a couple of other odd man out micronutrients that no one really seems to pay attention to or talk about are choline and selenium. Both are crucial micronutrients in testosterone and metabolism health, and 90% of people are deficient in choline. And 15% of people are deficient in selenium. Not so much, but people often forget about selenium. Now remember what I said. This is according to the government's recommendations, which is a super broad and generic recommendation, but look at how many there still are. So yes, statistically you probably have one or even several micronutrient deficiencies. Get them fixed. So let me go ahead and give you a few good ways to do this. One way to do it is to just start taking a high quality multivitamin for a few months. And please don't just go to Walmart and get some $10 bottle of some gummy bear multivitamins and think that that's going to solve your problem here. Do the research and find a good quality multivitamin. Thorne Research makes pretty good ones. I've used their 2 per day daily multivitamin before, and it worked gangbusters. Thorne Research bases their products on human studies and chooses ingredients based on optimal bioavailability. And both of those are crucial aspects of the efficacy of a multivitamin. I mean, do you think Walmart's out there doing that? No, they're definitely not. I'd even caution you against doing generic searches on Amazon. Don't just look up the most bought, top-rated one. Do some digging on the company that makes the product. Go look on their website and see what they're all about. See if they even have a website. I mean, if they don't even have a website, that's a pretty good indicator of the legitimacy of their product. So besides multivitamins, I'd also suggest that you start eating more fruit. That's not very difficult. Fruit tastes awesome. Having several servings of fruit per day is an easy and delicious way to get more micronutrients into your diet. And you don't have to be a freak like me and mix up a protein fruit smoothie for lunch, drink some orange juice with your dinner, dinner, drink some pomegranate juice with your pre-workout, eat an apple when you get home from work, and have a few servings of grapes before you go to bed. But have a few servings of fruit each day. Some other micronutrient-rich foods include things like oysters, beef, liver, yogurt, carrots, potatoes, mushrooms, eggs, avocados, coconut oil, and raw honey. Notice how I'm not sitting here listing off a bunch of freaking rabbit food. You don't need to be eating shit like leafy greens and freaking miniature trees to get more micronutrients into your diet. Broccoli is gross. Cauliflower is nasty, kale is disgusting, lettuce is literally just freaking crunchy grass, and spinach tastes like paper.
No, I eat paper all the time! Why do you even eat paper? That doesn't even make sense!
Absolutely ridiculous how people eat that filth. If you want to learn more about other foods that are good for increasing testosterone and metabolism, check out my whole ass playlist I made of foods that you should be eating. But anyways, fix your micronutrient deficiencies. Start taking a multivitamin for a few months. Eat better foods that actually have nutrients in them. And if you're still not feeling like $1,000,000 after a few months, I would say maybe get some blood work done and see if you can identify particular micronutrient deficiencies and then fix them accordingly. But you gotta make sure you're getting enough nutrients if you want to increase your testosterone and metabolism. Both of these biological functions depend on having the proper resources to operate effectively. Alright, the second key to increase your testosterone and metabolism is to prioritize your sleep. Seriously, this is one of the best things that you can do to improve your energy levels and just your overall health in general. It's so important that it almost makes me want to make my whole channel dedicated on how to sleep better, because it really is that big of a deal when it comes to your hormonal health, and testosterone is in fact a hormone. It's also crucial for your metabolic health too. A lot of your hormones are regulated while you're asleep because your hormones operate on a circadian rhythm. When you dial in that circadian rhythm, your body is going to operate more efficiently when you adhere to that schedule. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't ever live your life and go out for a late night every once in a while, but quit staying up watching TV so late, or playing video games, or just mindlessly scrolling through your phone. Those are the habits that are ruining your sleep, and that's why you keep waking up in the middle of the night. So at a bare minimum, at least get yourself some blue light blocking glasses and use them for a few hours before you go to bed, if you're really just that addicted to using your electronic devices to the point where you just can't give them up. So a few other tips are to stop hitting the snooze button in the morning. Seriously, this one habit will drastically improve your sleep. If you use your phone as your alarm clock, put your phone on the other side of the room that you sleep in. That way you have to physically get up out of your bed in the morning to turn your alarm clock off. It sucks at first, but your body will adapt to this. Make sure you also sleep in a cool, dark room too. Sleeping in a hot room is absolutely miserable, and any exposure to light while you're sleeping can negatively impact your sleep. So get that room as dark as you can and you'll be sleeping like a freaking rock. Take this one very seriously. This isn't just important to increase your testosterone and metabolism. This is going to boost your immune system and your energy levels, your libido, your ability to focus, and your performance in the gym. And probably in the bedroom too, because you know that testosterone boost is going to help out there. Okay, the last key to increase testosterone and metabolism is by properly stimulating hormonal releases through strength training. This is extremely specific because I'm not just talking about lifting weights or resistance training. Those terms are definitely more specific than workout or exercise, but I'm being even more specific than that. I'm talking about how to stimulate your body properly through resistance training and lifting weights. So the secret to doing this is to lift weights within a certain window that I like to call the testosterone adaptation zone. The testosterone adaptation zone is beyond your regular comfort zone when you lift weights. This is past the 3 sets of 10 reps. That's how sissies lift weights. This zone is where you're pushing your body to its absolute limits as far as how heavy you can lift, and it forces bodily adaptation because every single week you are going hard and lifting heavy. However, If you go too hard, you risk injury and overstressing your body, so that's why I call it the testosterone adaptation zone, because it's sort of this window that you have to work in where you definitely have to go hard AF, but you don't want to overdo it also. You also want to introduce some degree of power to your lifts as well. This comes after you've developed the neuromuscular efficiency, meaning you're comfortable performing the lift and your form is good and all that jazz. This is where you want to focus on controlled explosion. You want to move the weight pretty quickly, but you don't want to lose control while you're doing the exercise. These elements of training stimulate your nervous system in a way that doing 3 sets of 10 reps just doesn't. This is also why owning only a few pairs of dumbbells is pretty stupid, because you have no means to progress and increase the load over time. You're not going to get stronger just from doing tons of sets of tons of reps. So let me give you the specifics on how to do this. I recommend doing 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps and rest at least 3 minutes between your sets. And be anal about this too. Whip out your phone and set a timer for 3 or 4 minutes and sit there and get your dopamine hit by scrolling on Instagram with your music blasting in your ears instead of, talking to people in the gym like a good little NPC that you are. Okay, I'm only kind of kidding, but I probably low-key spit a little bit of truth with that one. But anyways, you want to do at least 5 reps because this limits injury. If you can do at least 5 reps at a given weight, you're good. And we're going to use reverse pyramid training here. And if you want to learn more about reverse pyramid training, check out my whole video that I did on how to become a freak of nature in the gym by using reverse pyramid training. But you're going to lighten the load after each set so that you can grind out a few more reps with more explosion. This is such a smart way to train because you're capitalizing on the freshness of your body when you do that first set of 5 reps and then you lower the weight to do more reps. Now, if all of this seems kind of overwhelming, or you heard all of it and still don't feel like you have a good game plan to follow, I want you to go down below and book a call with me to learn more about my coaching program. I'll walk you through the step-by-step process you need to follow to lean down, build strength, get stronger, increase your energy, and boost your confidence. Because that's kind of the whole point of increasing your testosterone and metabolism. So if you want to learn more, use the link in the pinned comment below and schedule a call with me, and I'll be in touch. But that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And again, if you're new here and you've made it this far, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel as well. This generation of men have much lower testosterone levels than previous ones from things like poor diets, bad exercising habits, and increased exposure to environmental toxins. Even things like pornography addiction are negatively impacting men's testosterone levels. So if you want to join my community of guys who want to reverse these harmful effects, go ahead and subscribe and turn the notification bells on too so that you're not missing out on any of my latest content. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you sticking around. I hope you got a lot out of this video too. Good luck in all of your efforts to increase your testosterone and metabolism. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.